Welcome to part 24, and with it the final episode of this series and my Western Roman Empire campaign. Emperor Aurelius is waging one war after another, and the world conquest is coming closer step by step. In addition, the question arises whether Aurelius will implement the reform of the religion, and so welcome to Crusader Kings 3. The Fallen Eagle. Besides my main goal, the conquest of the world, I spent just as much time keeping the empire and my vassals calm. For I was determined to prevent my empire from splintering a second time and repeating the crisis of the 7th century. My main interest, however, remained the war. India had been almost completely conquered by now, and only one last small kingdom dared to oppose me. Further expeditions were undertaken to the north to conquer the last remnants of the Swedish Empire. After that, I took care of the development of Rome. I haven't done that for a very long time. Anyway, because Rome now has an income of 100,000 gold per month.
Wait a minute!
100,000 gold.
More conquests followed. But at the age of 92, Aurelius died and handed over the empire to his son, Jesus. Jesus was very careful about his new position. Bro, I can't take that seriously. Why is he called that? Oh man, Jesus is going to conquer the world with the Roman troops. With Roman troops. What's happening here? Oh man. Jesus did not want war. But in the current religion, war was important. And so the people became more and more unhappy. And so I was indirectly forced to quickly lead more wars. At least I had to expect riots if I didn't. And so it was inevitable that I would have to change the religion one last time. But if I did that, there was a danger that I would be attacked by other smaller factions at the same time, or that vassal uprisings would break out in the empire. So my plan now was to conquer the world first, before changing the religion. So as the next step, the Mongol Empire was invaded, and I came to the eastern edge of the known world for the first time. In the meantime, Roman culture had spread all the way to Spain, but suddenly Jesus died, and his son, who was cursed with a dread disease, ascended the throne. More wars broke out, and battle after battle the Roman soldiers conquered new territories. The level of development was also high throughout the empire, at least in those parts that had been integrated for a long time. With victory in further wars, the world was now almost completely conquered. And that is where this story ends. At least the official part. Because, as I have already mentioned, I myself became my last opponent. And by that I mean that I made a mistake and ruined my game. I don't want to go into it now, but in short, the mod had updated itself through an error, which meant that my game, which was still running on the older version, no longer worked properly. But I could not possibly let everything end like this. Yeah. I'm not sure how to deal with this, but I will try to conquer the world. Even if I can't see my enemies, I can't open this. The only thing I'm now trying is to somehow hold them. I have no idea how old I'm. Many functions no longer worked properly, and I had to look for detours to accent some functions. But the war still worked the same, even though I was always a little afraid that my game would crash. And so I slowly conquered all the remaining factions. But suddenly I realized that my character could die at any time, and I was not at all sure if I had secured my succession, or if my empire would collapse completely in case of my death. However, I also did not want to test it, and so I hurried to conquer everything. Only Mongolia was left, and I had a hard time conquering it. But suddenly, what the fuck? What? What is happening here? Fortunately, the empire was not divided, and so I ended the war and conquered the last remnants of Mongolia. Fortunately, I was able to set my Roman title as the primary title. And so, this campaign comes finally to an end. Despite everything that has happened, I was able to conquer the world. While editing, I just noticed that I forgot to change the religion. Yeah, guess I have to do that now. Okay, guys, I think it's impossible to change the fate under these conditions. But with the world conquest, this campaign, which began 5 months ago, ends. I wanted to say at this point again, thank you to all who have supported this project. I always enjoyed reading the comments from you and have now made over 700 subscribers through this series alone. That's incredible. Also, to the mod team of this mod, a thank you, because they have made all this possible with their incredible mod. Of course, more campaign will follow in the future. I also have a few ideas for new projects and challenges and general video ideas. Write me your favorite part of this series in the comments, and if you have a wish which faction I should play next, you can also write me that down below in the comments. See you around.